Eric Leamy here. You're watching my YouTube vlog, where sentimental thoughts come from my heart. My mental eyeball shenanigans come from the brain. It's EML77 TV, episode 657, 12:41 a.m., June the 4th, 2020. Just got done watching a video of Dwayne Johnson talking about where are the leaders in America, or what's been going on. There are protesters that are trying to protest peacefully, but end up getting shot at. I don't know what's up with the cops. I don't know why they're acting the way they're. And I know they're trying to serve and protect, but they're doing way too much. And our president, I'm not a big fan of President Trump by any stretch of the imagination. Never have been, never will. I think he's been too busy thinking like a businessman for this country. But there's a reason why he's been put in office. I think only God knows why. I'm very disappointed in our politicians. Not just the president, but our politicians. They are not doing the job that we voted them in to do. And like I said, I'm not a politician, never have any desire to run for office or talk politics or anything like that. I'm just disappointed in all our politicians. I don't care what party it is, if they're Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. I felt like they're not doing the job that we want them to do. And I hate to say it, there's a lot of old, very, 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 very old people in there. And I think they need to get with the times of today. That's the problem. I mean, trying to go, I'll be honest with you, I wish I went back to the old school way, but I was taught in the old school way. But I used all those teachings from my parents and apply it to today. My father always taught me, never divulge your information about who you voted for and why. Keep your life private sometimes. And I refuse to tell anybody who I voted for and why I voted for them. I just follow my heart, And what's been going on in this country and what's been going on all over the world, man, there's peaceful protests, but here in this country, especially in this country, now a lot of people are arguing on social media. Is it hashtag Black Lives Matter or hashtag All Lives Matter? What is my take on all this? My mother brought up something interesting. She said, there's a lot of protests that have been going on for 60 years. What has it accomplished? And I thought about that, and I said, you're right, Mom, but even you do it peacefully or violently, it just solves nothing. I mean, there's got to be a better way to go about this, but listen, I can understand everybody's frustrated and angry, and they're getting sick of it. Also is not cool making fun of people because they're a different color and different nationality. Or different religion. Or a different sexual preference. A lot of people should read the Bible a lot more. Should I blame on the fact that when prayer got kicked out of schools in 1962? I'm surprised the born again Christians and the people who believe in the word did not protest about this. You know, and that started a chain reaction. Martin Luther King got shot, but got assassinated a year after that happened. Because he's trying to unite the people in America together. And now, you know, it's supposed to be Pride Month this month. But Donald Trump thinks too much like a businessman. And that's President Trump, that's the problem. It's not a business that you can grow. This is our country. This is America, man. And the sad part about it is, while all this stuff was going on, we're still in the middle of a pandemic. And you got idiotic, I don't like to say the word idiotic, I don't like calling people names, but there are trolls on the internet that do not realize that what they're doing is hurting others. And these trolls, these cyberbullies, these trolls, they think it's funny. It's not a joke. I mean, I'm harassed on once again because some goofball named Adam the Foo, thinks I'm this Chuck Fitch fellow once again. And I was tired of it the first time around, but I'm ready for it this time. But this is going to stop. Not just that little situation, but every internet bullying and harassment and trolling has got to stop, because we're in the middle of a crisis right now here in this country. And instead of us, you know, yeah, I admit I want to get a distraction to get away from all what's going on in the news and all that. There's people out there that need our prayers. There's people out there that need the Lord. There's people out there that need help. So instead of cyberbullying one another and making fun of people, because another thing I watched after The Rock did his video about what's been going on in this country, and I'm sure he put a lot of thought into what he had to say, and those powerful words, man. You gotta go on Twitter and check them out. I mean, I was watching his Beyond Scared Straight video here on YouTube, and the comments that were made, some of them just berated these kids. We're part of the problem. If we're going to be making fun of these kids for what they were doing, we're part of the problem. We need to say to them, hey, you need to straighten out your life. You got a young life ahead of you. Start listening to your parents. Start respecting your parents. Instead of saying, oh, you're going to go to jail. You know, look at me. I've been bullied all my life. Oh, yeah, obviously. I wonder why. Well, instead of telling them that, instead of saying that, say, hey, you got to stand for yourself. You got to stay strong. You got to change your life and your attitudes. On one of these cyberbullies and trolls were made fun of, and while they're growing up, I don't know. There's a lot of internet trolls that need to freaking grow up and start heading up to reality, man. I mean, seriously. Instead of trolling around the internet, disrespecting celebrities, disrespecting people, especially of different color, why don't you stop helping and making a difference? instead of cracking jokes on my videos and on other people's videos. I do this because not only I want to be entertaining, but also I want to reach out and communicate with people. Let them know, hey, I'm a friend, not an enemy. I work with people who are gay. I work with people who are black. I work with people with different nationalities. I work with people with other religious preferences. Like I had a boss who was an atheist. I worked under him for 8 years. But I didn't look at him as an atheist. I looked at him as my boss. I looked at him as a person that I can respect. I don't shove the Bible down his throat. I just set the example of what a hardworking person I can be. You know? What has been going on for the past about 2 to 3 months, past 2-3 months, has helped me try to put my life in perspective also and put everything in perspective. Just want to let you guys know, and every single one of you, I love you all. Yes, including the trolls, even though I blocked them. But you trolls gotta have to wake up to reality. Because you keep doing this harassment business, it's gonna come back on you. And it's not gonna be fun. I mean, here's the deal. How would you like it if you don't like a person and then you harass their friends, you harass their families? You know, you're friends with somebody that they don't like, and they end up harassing you, spreading lies about you to other people. How would you feel? Would you like that at all? You wouldn't, would you? How would you trolls like it if I went on your channel and said so many disgusting things to your family? If you have your own family, to your wife or to your kids, how would you trolls like that? You wouldn't. So don't do it to others. I care. I care about people. I love people. The main purpose for me on YouTube is to communicate with others. To let everybody know I'm still alive, I'm here, I'm well. If they don't have any form of social media except YouTube, just let them know. I'm going to let everyone know that I, Eric Matthew Lima, am okay. You know, people want to ask me why am I not protesting. I want to be alive, guys. The only time I leave this earth is when the Lord decides to take me home. And when that day comes, that's where I go. Until then, I'm going to stay on this earth, try to preach the good news, the gospel of the Lord to all of you, but at the same time, entertain you guys here on YouTube, make you smile, make you laugh, have some fun. And Vaughn Baskin, I have to apologize for removing your comment about the NXT because you're acting like Dave Meltzer, and I tried to convince you, and you're still rambling on and on, so you're going to have to chill out on the comments for right now. I don't want to block you. I'm not going to block you, but you're spouting a lot of information that may or may not be true, and I can't trust you on that. So you just have to cool it now for right now. That's why I removed your comment, Bond. So I'm very sorry about that, but unfortunately, that's. But let me get back to what I'm trying to say here. Is that I've been very blessed with a good family and good parents that raised me. At the beginning of the 80s, it wasn't so. My biological mother and my father were having arguments. They were taking drugs. They ended up getting in an argument. My biological mother took me to New Hampshire didn't want to be there. I wanted to be home. I was a victim in the middle of their separation. My father decided to get rid of everything that's been causing problems. He paid me a visit up in New Hampshire, and I realized I wanted to go home. My biological mother wouldn't let me go. I didn't want to be up there. The family, a person that I thought would be a great family friend of my father, my mother, and myself, my biological mother and myself, kind of betrayed that trust. Because I had a feeling that my biological mother and my family friend were seeing each other. At that time, I didn't know. My father felt in his heart, and he was told by God to come get me. I always considered Friday a favorite day of mine of the week because that was the day that I was rescued. I was rescued by my father on a Friday. That's why I love Fridays, you know. So after my father got me, I was singing songs of happiness, even though it made no sense at the time. My father was a little frustrated about that. I was like, yeah, I want to go home. My father understood why I was there, so I went home. I praise God for what He's done. And I was very happy to be home. My father tried to make things work between him and my biological mother, but God pulled us, me and my father, in a different direction. My father decided that my father and my biological mother, my biological parents decided to divorce at the time, so my mother returned up to New Hampshire to be with her man. My dad decided to stay single until he found the right person. Then my father and I started going to church every Sunday morning and Sunday evening at the time. Until we started going to a Bible study in 1984 over at a friend's house. Our next door neighbor decided to preach the gospel to me and my father. And me and my dad started going to a church after we were given a Thanksgiving basket by this same church. That church changed our lives forever. It was a church of the New Testament. It changed my life forever. I became born again at the young age of 8. June of 1985. We're approaching 35 years since I became born again. I was a member of the church for a year longer, but I was very young at the time, not understanding what is going on. I accepted the Lord Jesus Christ into my heart. Ever since then, I was willing to learn a lot about the Bible and everything else in between. My dad decided during that time, and I was going to the after-school programs and all. Great times. And I started, my dad started remodeling our old house. In 87, we had a tent revival in Brookline Park for our church, and my stepmother, who lived a few blocks away from Brookline, with her 1-year-old daughter, came down, and my dad was in love with her. Had a crush on her, and they talked. And then my stepmother met me, and I was goofing around with a frog that I named Kermit, and when he passed away, I cried. She was there to comfort me, and it was really cool. But I didn't understand. At first, I wasn't accepting, but she basically changed me and my father's lives around, and ever since then, I've learned a lot from her. my dad married her in 1988, and I decided to stay with them. I've accepted it, and ever since then it was totally awesome. I'm very thankful and blessed, you know. As I grown up, I went to school. I've been going to school. Is that I had, been going to Christian schools and everything else, and then 1995 was the year that changed everything for me. When my family and I, after another son being born, my brother Tyler, to our ever-growing family, we adopted a young girl by the name of Kathy Boyden, who and we all moved to the north end of Bedford over here now. I had problems. First 3 years living here was a challenge. Especially 95 was probably the worst year ever that I had gone through in my personal life. My girl that I had a crush on my church started going out with a friend of mine, and like I said, I haven't spoken to them in 25 years, and I got a job at Ruby Tuesday, and so my world kind of opened up a little bit. My mind started to open up a little bit. I didn't want to be a closed-minded person, even though I am a born-again Christian. But I want to broaden my mind a little bit, or broaden my horizons. I am very, very blessed for a job and meeting new friends and all. I was trying to fit in a little bit with them. But I come to realize now that that place is no longer in business anymore, and I left a job in 2010 and closed down in 2016 and whatnot. I realized I'm no longer working there, and I should be going back to who I originally was, and that was being a nice, good old Christian boy, so to speak. But I'm not perfect. But I decided to take this thing in a different approach, and I'm just so I figure, with everything going on in the world now, I want to be a caring person. I want to let you guys know, even though I'm a born-again Christian, I care about everybody, and I love everybody. I don't care if you're gay, straight, lesbian. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian, Indian, German, European, whatever, Mexican, Portuguese. I'm half Portuguese, just to let you guys know. I love everybody. Because that's what the Bible says. The Bible says love one another. Love one another. I mean, it can't get this much better. It can't get this much plainer than that. The Bible never mentioned love a certain group. It never said love people who love the Lord. Love one another. Love everybody. Love your neighbors. You're right. What if your neighbor was gay? What if he was Indian? What if he was Muslim? What if he was Catholic? What if he was an atheist? What if he was a Satanist? I mean, we're supposed to love that person. Not like what they do. You have to love the who and hate the what. I would say I love you, but I don't go that way. I'm sorry. If they ask you why, you tell them, hey, I said that is wrong. Being that is wrong. That doesn't mean you're wrong. The lifestyle you live is wrong. Why God said it's wrong? That's how he rolls. That's how he works things. Nothing I can do. I can't ask God to change the Bible or change the rules. That's how God is. But here's the thing. Just to say, just I said it's wrong, that doesn't mean I'm going to hate you. It doesn't mean I'm going to disown you as a friend. That doesn't mean I'm going to beat you up. No. But even though you may be a gay person or a straight person or a lesbian or black, white, I'm still going to love you. I'm going to still love everybody out there. Yes, even the cyberbullies and trolls. Even though I blocked them for their own good. I'm hoping they will learn a lesson and wake up to reality that no one has time for their games anymore. Not what was going on in the world right now. Adam the Foo, Corporal Stinky Pete, I don't have time for your games. I don't have time for your, delusional comments. I don't. Heck, even the Bible says to forgive everybody, including, yes, Chuck Fitch. Is he perfect? Nope. Am I perfect? Nope. Jason DeCanio perfect? Nope. Nobody's perfect, man. But there comes a time we have to say, enough with the foolishness. I want to help you. But if you keep on being foolish, I cannot help you. If you're going to refuse to listen to what I have to say, and I'm trying to help you, and you're going to be foolish, I can't have it. I can't deal with foolishness. There's a pandemic going on right now in this country. There's protesting and rioting and looting and all that going on right now. It's too much. Racism is running rampant in this country. So bad. And all you want to do is say crap like, make fun of my name, Eric Fitch Lima. Seriously, folks? Seriously, I'm not having it anymore. I'm not. I'm moving on from that. The foolishness has got to stop somehow. And I'll keep blocking you until you wake up to reality. I know I can't do much out there. One thing I can do is pray. Prayer and love and faith are three ultimate weapons that we need right now. If we're going to, President Trump keeps talking about, let's make America great again. Let's make America great again. What's he doing? He's treating this country like it's a business run, like one of his hotels. I mean, listen, I'm not a big fan of the guy. One thing I agree with him on is bringing prayer back into the schools. Getting churches started up again. That's the only thing that I will agree with him on. That's it. But he's not thinking clearly. That's the only thing I would agree with him on, but everything else he's not thinking clearly on. He's not thinking this through. He stands there and looks like he sucked on too many Sour Patch Kids when he talks. Goodness sakes. All our politicians are not doing the job that we're supposed to do. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. You're not doing the job that we voted you guys in to do. You're just making it worse. You're just escalating it. The media, for the life of me, the media, man. There's a reason why I don't want to talk about any of this. Because mentally, it can get to you. It can get to you to the point where you're going to go completely insane. Or you'll lose it. And it can make you so angry. And that anger bottles up inside you. And then all of a sudden, it's like Curly the Three Stooges, in that short Punch Drunks, when Larry started playing Pop Goes the Weasel and Curly went nuts, When he says, every time I hear that weasel tune, something pops inside me and everything goes black. We've been watching news one too many times, and we're reading all the tweets and, the Facebook posts and political posts and everything else. It's to that point where we're all gonna, all of a sudden, it's like the social media and the media playing Pop Goes the Weasel like Larry, and all of a sudden we're all like Curly. Woo, 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 start beating people up and throwing stuff, losing our tempers for absolutely no reason. We need to be better people. If we're going to make America great again, it's not up to the politicians because they're not doing their job right now. I don't care if they're Republican, Democrat. I don't care if president on down. I don't like disparaging our president like that, but we're not doing our job as Americans. It's our fault. It's our fault. In fact, you know the old saying, you made your bed, now you lie in it? We created this problem. We, the people, created this problem. We've allowed the politicians and the media to get inside our heads, and kapoof, we snap. You know what I did? I did something really cool on Twitter. This past Sunday, Pressure Luck, the second season premiere aired. And one of the season 1 champions, Stevie, who was gay, and he was black. He was really excited about Pressure Luck coming in the second season. I said, hey, Stevie, awesome job winning in the first season. Are you going to watch it tonight? What are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to Adam 1 and W Money in the Spin. I didn't tell him, I don't like you because you're black and you're gay. I didn't tweet him that. Because I recognize him on the show. I say, hey, Stevie, good job on the winning, Pay someone a nice compliment. That will make their day. And he said, thank you, really nice guy. Really cool. Full of energy. Have you watched Celebrity Family Feud this past weekend? It was the funniest Family Feud episode I've ever seen. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, OGs, and the new class. The only time I watched Queer Eye for the Straight Guy when the Red Sox, the 2004 World Champions, were on there, and they're having a lot of fun getting made over and stuff, which I think was pretty cool. But they cracked me up. Both cast members of both shows cracked me. I'm laughing so I never thought I would laugh so hard. And then they got the Kardashian question. I was like, oh heck, it's going to break loose here. Poor Steve Harvey, he is going to lose his mind. I thought it was the most entertaining show ever. It was funny. It was great. Who cares if they're gay? They're funny. They're hilarious. They make me laugh. Even I try to play along, It was great. It was hilarious. See? I don't look at them. Yeah, they're gay, so what? I look at them as people. I look at everybody as people. They were funny. They were hilarious. I was laughing. Guys, we gotta be better people. If we want to make this country great again, it's up to us, guys. Once again, it's up to us. We've got to get going. We got to make some changes. We got to. Let the politicians know. We're like Dee Snider and Twisted Sister. We can't take it anymore. Let's do what the Constitution says. All men are created equal. Let's do that. Yes, Black Lives Matter. Every life matters. That includes Black Lives Matter. Because history is very dangerous. And they're taking some of the statues down and all that. I say instead of destroying the statues or taking them down, make a museum of what harsh American history was all about. That way we can be educated. We can still, that the young kids can be educated and still learn. This is what happened in our country years ago before you guys were born. I just want to encourage everybody. Be kind to one another. Love one another. I mean, I'm just trying to, keep things on the calm side, but we keep each other in prayer. I want to keep all of you, every single person in this country, in prayer. Lift you all up. I'm going to say, Lord, protect every one of the people here in America. Let them know that you're there for them, Lord. Let them know that you're there. I'm praying that you will learn. I pray that you open up the people's hearts and minds, Lord, and realize, I'm starting to think that Donald Trump's been sent by the Lord as president. They made it this way so that we can get ourselves straightened out. Not just the people who don't believe in God, but the people that do. We need to work together to make this country great again. It isn't up to our president. It's up to us. November, go out and vote. But until then, stand strong. Hang in there. Be there for each other. Pray. Be careful out there. I love you guys too much. Maybe I flipped my lid about what I'm saying about Trump. I may have gone nuts, but you know what? Sometimes there's a reason for everything. I'm not defending our president, even though I'm supposed to respect the office, which I'm trying to do. But I'm not a big fan of President Trump. I'm not a big fan of him. I'm not, I'm not wearing MAGA hats. I'm not wearing, Trump T-shirts or something like that. No, I respect everybody. But I got a feeling that he's treating this country like it's a business. He's got to realize he's not a businessman anymore. He's our president. I think that's the problem. He is failing to realize that he's just not caring about the fact that he's no longer a businessman. That's the problem. I think that's why a lot of people don't like him. He thinks too much like a businessman. He's not thinking like a president. It's really sad it had to come to this, But I care. I care about our good country. I care about the people. I care about everybody. I love everybody. I care, I love. That's what God wants me to do. To care about the people. To love the people. I'm not going to worry about approaching a gay person because I don't think they'll find me attractive anyways. If they do pay me a compliment, thank you. I appreciate that. But I want to help you and encourage you. That's what I would say. Because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to encourage one another, lift up one another. Doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter what church you go to. I got friends from other different churches. I still come in contact with them today. They're good people. They're awesome people. And most of them are born of different colors. Which is totally awesome. I always thought it would be really cool to be friends with somebody from England or from Australia, from Japan, China, whatever. If we find something in common, hey, we're friends. That's what's cool. I like that. I'm friends with people who like watching Press Your Luck, like watching game shows. I'm friends with people who like the Red Sox and the Patriots. I'm friends with people who I have not seen for quite a while. I'm friends with people that I work with. It's totally awesome. It doesn't matter to me. I care. I love. That's what I'm supposed to do. A word of encouragement. A smile. Say, hey, how you doing? Are we having a good day? That's all it is, to lift somebody up and make somebody's day. Instead of fighting each other, instead of trolling each other, disrespecting each other, let's lift one another up. Let's encourage that person. Stop spreading the lies. Stop spreading the hate. Let's get real. Let's love. I love, I care. I care, I love. That's why I'm getting my take has been what's been happening and what people are doing about it and all. It's 1:21 in the morning. I should have been asleep by now, but I'm not. I better get off here before I wake up as a total zombie. So I hope this speaks to you guys. I hope this speaks to you guys. I'm trying to run out. I'm running out of things to talk about, but then again, I forgot my docket. I gotta start referring to my docket again. But sometimes something comes to my heart, and just I gotta get this out to the people. So let everybody know that it's up to us. We gotta do it. Bottom line is, we the people. That's what the Constitution said. We the people. It ain't a catchphrase from Jack Swagger and Cesaro and Zeb Coulter. It's the truth. Sometimes we may have to get back to the old school way to straighten this country out. I don't know. I hope it does not resort to that, though, but can we, try and mix old school with the new school and see what it's like? I mean, it's worked out well for me. I mean, look at it. I got a humongous TV. And it, I got a humongous TV. And I can play my old school video games on there. With some of the new stuff that is out there. It's amazing. It's amazing what technology can do. But remember, folks, I love, I care. Or I care, I love. Love you guys. That's what it means. I love you. Okay? Be cool. Be awesome. I'll see you on episode 658. And if I can get sleep, that's great. If you see me wake up in the morning and I'm like, wake me up, will you? I'm probably going to get something to eat for breakfast because I had no bagels. Because they all got moldy on me. Sucks like to no end. Alright? I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you on episode 658. Bye ya. Peace.